All right, welcome. So, in this episode of The Core, I'm going to be speaking about a subject that is extremely important when it comes to mastering the four domains of consciousness: the mind, the emotions, the feelings and sensations of the body, and also the effort that we apply through the mind, emotions, and the body. It produces action, but it also produces internal states. And there can be efforts that we've applied in the past to various situations and circumstances that can be on replay. Our habits, our conditioning are like efforts that are just, they run almost on automatic or almost entirely on automatic. And we can consciously apply effort, but effort is also there automatically. But in this episode, we're going to talk about a subject that is extremely important, as I said, to mastering these four domains: certainty. Now, in religious contexts, the word faith is a word that could be synonymous with certainty at its core. If you understand the word actually from religious context, the word faith would essentially be the word certainty. And certainty is a state of consciousness. It's a state of being. Or faith is a state of consciousness. It's a state of being. It's not something you do. It's someone you are. And faith or certainty has a quality of experience that gives strength or solidity to one's own sense of being. And so certainty is the opposite of uncertainty and or doubt. Now, certainty can be applied to those things that we're uncertain about, and we can be accepting with certainty the uncertainty and still remain in a state of certainty while embracing the uncertainty, the unknowns of life. So rather than doubting would be a condition of our own consciousness, where we're in doubt about our own existence, let's say. Or whether we're good enough or worthy enough. But certainty is a powerful quality of consciousness that, when embraced fully and completely, we realize that it is the central core of who we are, that we are. I am is a certainty statement. I am, I exist, is certainty expressed verbally. I am are words that flow from a state of certainty. Now, when we add something to the I am phrase, then we're adding our certainty to that particular word or concept or idea that's captured by the word that comes after that. I am powerful. I am not powerful. I am unworthy, or I am great, or I am weak. There's different words we can use, and depending on what we are certain about, we can change our state. So our language is important, but the language reflects the inner condition. And the inner condition, it's not a visible thing. The inner condition is something that essentially is invisible. It manifests in the way our body is postured, the way our face shows up, the way we feel, the emotions that we have, the feelings and sensations in the body, plus the emotional condition. Those are manifestations of the inner essence of our consciousness and the state of consciousness that we're in. So inside of mind, emotions, feelings, sensations, and the effort realms or domains, we experience different states or different qualities. The certainty, though, the center of this consciousness, the core, is the place of certainty. The core is the place where everything begins. It exists in itself. And when we realign with our center, with our core, we experience a sense of certainty. We experience a sense of perfection, which is independent of conditions in mind, emotion, feeling, sensation, or any effort that we are applying. There's no more struggle in this space. We're certainly not worried about the world around us. right? We are reconnected within to a place of certainty and ultimate and infinite security. And the C system provides that. Self-engineering and empowerment. We're simply engineering ourselves, or almost like reverse engineering, right? We're reverse engineering. We got into a state of trouble or suffering or limitation or sense of lack or whatever in our mind, emotions, feelings, and sensations. So through the self-engineering and empowerment system, we reverse the engineering. We reverse the constructs that were designed. We reverse the misapplication of the laws of nature, the laws of being, the laws of consciousness. We reverse those laws that work very mechanically, that may have led us into a state of limitation, suffering, or lack. And we start to reconnect back to the center. And we remember where everything comes from, and we start to align with the core. We start to align with the source of all existence. And when we align with the source of all existence, we can create newly. We're back into a space of possibility inside of our own being, and we're out of the space of impossibility, lack, limitation, uncertainty, doubt, fear, whatever perspectives exist in the mind, the emotions, the feelings, sensations, and the efforts that come with all of that, right? Because there's those impulses to act all that out. That can become very turbulent and very controlling of our attention and our focus, right? But as we use the C system, we begin to relax and release from the mind, the emotions, the feelings, sensations, and those efforts, those impulses that want to run the body, have us do all the time. And as we relax away from that part of our being, our human being, we start to enter into the center of being, the core, where there's a stillness and there's a self-sustaining sense of security. There's the I am existing one that is just fine, right? It's just fine in there. There's nothing wrong in this space. At the very bottom of all the stuff going on in your mind, your emotions, your feelings, sensations, and the world around you, all those impulses to act in a certain way or not, when you finally relax all of that, you find that at the bottom of it all is this beautiful, beautiful place of certainty and security, which is what most of us are looking for. We're looking to feel certain that we're looking to live. We don't want to die. And what you find is that this livingness, this living quality is so present right there, the very center of your own being. And so the C system helps you access that, helps you reverse engineer, right, the conditions that have you experiencing lack, limitation, and failure and shortcoming. All the different perspectives that are not just mental, they're not just cognitive. These perspectives that you have contain emotional quality, and then there's feelings and sensations in the body and posturing of the body. There's effort, there's impulses to change and fix and to do something, to correct it all. And it's just like this entanglement. And so through the relaxation processes of the C system, through the breath work, we can empower the center of our being. Through the guided processes, we can navigate and reverse engineer our way back out of the conditions of mind, emotions, feelings, sensation, and effort. And we can start to be centered again. And from there, we can dismantle the old conditioning, what was engineered through our upbringing, right? What has been created, which again, it's just, what has been designed into us and how we've designed ourselves. We've engineered ourselves to the best of our ability, but we were handed a set of engineering tools as, newborns and, children growing up. Like our parents pass on to us certain engineering practices, right? Human engineering, we can call this, or self-engineering practices. And not all of those engineering practices lead to success, abundance, prosperity, well-being, comfort, safety, a sense of security, or health. We may have inherited some programming and some designs that don't actually allow us to enjoy life the way that we want to. So through the self-engineering and empowerment system, the C system, we can see inside of our own consciousness where we haven't been able to see. We can witness the blind spots. We can dismantle the conditions, the habits, the emotions, the feelings, sensations that are in conflict within us by first becoming conscious of them, right? And then we can start to resolve or dissolve the conflicting forces inside of ourselves, and we can create a sense of internal safety, internal peace, internal power. And it's pretty easy to do. It doesn't require very much of anything other than just to sit and follow the process and just do what the process is guiding you to do in your own inner being. And it's so simple that it can be, maybe someone might think it needs to be harder or more difficult, but it's not. It's extremely simple and it's virtually effortless. It's very minimal effort to get an amazing transformation very quickly. I mean, it's immediately felt. And so through this process, you can discover a sense of certainty, a sense of aliveness, a sense of freedom that's already there. There's nothing for you to do. You're just reconnecting with the source of being. It's already vibrantly alive and pulsing within you. And you can have that experience and connection with it through the C system. Now, the C system has many different variations of processes and tools and techniques that facilitate the clearing of this 4 domains of consciousness that I mention over and over. We're navigating this. It's important to understand that your ability to travel through this terrain of your consciousness successfully is essential to your well-being, because there are conditions or recordings, right? There are just recordings or imprints of patterns inside of all those 4 domains that can be like on replay. And that automaticity is what causes all of our suffering and our struggle that we replay and that we repeat. And the reason we have a difficult time getting out of it is because we don't see the source of it. We're not in touch with the root causes. And so the C system gets you in touch with the innermost part of you so that you can actually, from a place of power now, or illumination, like you connect to your own inner being and awareness. Awareness is light. Light is a metaphor for awareness. Okay? And so you become one or united with, in consciousness or in focus with the light being that you are, the awareness being that you are. And now your awareness can see what you've been unaware of, and you can make a difference with those parts of you that you haven't been able to make a difference before. You can undo the conflict, like I said. You can resolve the conflict. You can heal the past perspectives. You can bring love and acceptance to yourself and to your memories and to the things that have been plaguing you at an unconscious level. You can start to just repair all of that and bring wholeness and integrate all those hidden components of your consciousness into one beautiful central experience of yourself. And that's what we're all looking for, is to feel whole and complete and just beautiful and alive and connected within ourselves. And it may seem impossible because of where you are in your life. But if you give this a try and you take this path, it's a very gentle path. It's a very simple path. You can begin to navigate these domains and bring repair to what has been disintegrated, what has been separated, what has been in conflict, what you've been in conflict with in yourself. And it's just really, really beautiful. So I invite you to consider checking out this C system. You can have a conversation with me. You can also in the future participate in any of our events that we'll be having, like the Core Encounter, which is a weekend intensive that will allow you to really take a deep dive into this system, or through using this system, and into yourself using this system with other people in a way that really just magnifies this work, right? Doing this work individually is powerful, but doing it with a group of other people, doing it together, it really just magnifies the effectiveness of it. Plus, we learn so much from others. Their ability to articulate the way that they express and share themselves, what they discover, will often open up understanding inside of us that we just wouldn't necessarily have the same way by ourselves. There's a beautiful relationship created to all the people inside of the training experience. So be on the lookout for that. I just wanted to share this video with you today, or if you're listening to the podcast version, the audio, for you to just connect a little bit more about what the C system is, self-engineering and empowerment. And I'd love to hear your comments and what you got from this. If if this made sense to you, if it registers, or if you discovered something, I'd love to hear that. So thanks for watching this video. I'm Vince Polito, and I'm looking forward to getting to work with you more in the near future. Take care.